Hello, my name is Howard Gurule. Today I'll be discussing with you about consumer behavior. So, what is consumer behavior? According to brandwatch.com, consumer behavior is the study of individuals and organizations and how they select and use products and services. It is mainly concerned with the psychological motivations and behavior of the individual. Now that we know what consumer behavior is, what are some of the key factors that affect this? According to an article found on MBAtutorial.com, these factors are peers, culture, and media. The first factor we'll be looking at is cultural factors. Consumer behavior is deeply influenced by cultural factors such as buyer's culture, subculture, and social classes. Okay, let's talk about culture. The influence of culture on the purchasing behavior varies from country to country. Therefore, sellers have to be very careful in the analysis of the culture of different groups, regions, or even countries. For example, when McDonald's opened stores in India, they could not sell beef patties, so to overcome this, they started using beef alternatives, such as veggie burgers. Next, let's talk about subculture. Each culture has different subcultures, such as religions, nationalities, geographical areas, and so on. Marketing groups may use these to segment the market in several small portions. For example, marketers can design products according to the needs of a specific geographical group. Let's talk about social factors. Social factors also influence the purchasing behavior of consumers. Social factors are reference groups, for example, influencers, family, the social roles and statuses of the individual. Okay, let's talk about reference groups. Reference groups have the potential to help shape the attitude or behavior of the individual. The impact of reference groups may vary across products and brands. For example, clothing. The influence of reference groups will be high in the clothing industry because, according to some groups, you have to dress a certain way or have a specific pair of shoes to be socially accepted. A subsection of reference groups are opinion leaders, or as they're commonly known, influencers. These people are valued for their special skills, knowledge, or characteristics. For example, Warren Buffett. He is a very big influencer in the finance world. Okay, let's talk about a big social factor, and that is family. Many times when people are marketing for family, they have a tendency to target either the husband or the wife, mostly because they hold the purse strings. But we all know that it's really the wife that holds the purse strings. So a lot of times you'll see advertisements that have the wife in the photo rather than the husband. Let's get to the most important factor that affects consumer behavior, and that is personal or myself. Personal factors such as lifestyle, economic status, occupation, age, personality, and self esteem greatly affect someone's purchasing habits or their behavior when it comes to certain products. When it comes to the personal factors, age is a big one, mostly because let's face it, when we're 10 years old, we want that new toy truck, that new action figure. But when we hit our 20s and 30s, we want the new car, the new cell phone. So you can see the varying degree. As we get older, our age increases, but so do our expenses when it comes to personal items or when it comes to our behavior when consuming products. Let's talk about how consumers think and feel about different alternatives. For this, I'll be using Sprint versus Verizon and how they stack up between each other and also how consumers feel about them. According to a survey done by USA Today and 24/7 Wall Street, 44% of respondents had a negative customer experience with Sprint. Poor customer experiences are likely due in part to lackluster service, according to wireless network performance insight company RootMetrics, whereas Verizon actually had better customer service and better customer satisfaction due to their services being better. Using the Sprint versus Verizon example, as a consumer, I would have to choose Verizon. And the reason being is they have better network quality and they cover more area within the United States. Here in New Mexico, there's very spotty service with Sprint versus with Verizon, you have a better chance of having a signal. Okay, so now we know about consumer behavior and how it is influenced by our environments, as well as how customers feel about alternatives. So now let's discuss how the behavior of a consumer while researching and shopping. In this case, I'll be using a personal example of when I purchased a computer. As you know, when shopping for a computer, there are a lot of brands as well as models that you can get. When I was shopping for a computer, I knew that I had to be in a specific category where I'm a gamer. So therefore, I needed a gaming computer. The other thing is that I needed a computer that was small enough to fit in my small apartment, something that wouldn't take up too much room since I don't have a whole lot of space. I'll tell you right now, whenever you're shopping for an electronic device, reviews and YouTube videos are sometimes your best friends. So whenever I was shopping around for it, I would watch a lot of YouTube videos about all the different models that they had. Finally, I just came across a specific video by a guy called Linus Tech Tips, and he was discussing about a computer created by MSI that was very small and very powerful. This is the computer that Linus was talking about. This is the MSI Trident 3, and this is the computer I ended up purchasing. The computer itself is no bigger than a PS4, and it fits virtually anywhere. So this is how I ended up doing my research, as well as what I narrowed down my shopping to and what product I ultimately wanted and purchased. Now on to our last topic, how marketing campaigns can adapt and improve to influence the consumer. An improvement that they did in marketing was the construction of personas. A persona is a fake person where you construct the person's age, occupation, race, ethnicity, religion, and this is in order to narrow down your target market so you know who exactly you want to target whenever you're going to be selling your product or your service to. With the recent invention of the internet, target ads have become very popular and widespread used across all platforms. For example, you can see these on Facebook and YouTube. These are influenced by your search history. So a lot of times when you search something like waffle iron, a advertisement on Facebook may come up with waffle irons, or even on YouTube, you might see an advertisement about waffle irons. This concludes my presentation. Thank you for your time. I hope this was informative.